Okay, hi guys. I know there are, we all know there are a lot of protests going on across the world and the country in reference to the recent unfortunate incident that has happened with respect to one of our doctors of RG Medical uh, Hospital. So I just hope that this would be one another message that if you all are in support of the message that I'm trying to put across over here to the government, please feel free to circulate this message if you are with me. So, my question is, while I am myself taking part in these protests and circulating the messages, these protests will go on. It did go on in Nirbhaya's case as well. While I'm glad that so many people are coming forward with their messages, but are these protests giving the actual justice to the family and the girl who lost her life? So, on this Independence Day, I want to ask all of y'all, are these protests, especially the women, are these protests actually providing us with the end result that we are looking forward to? Are these protests really guaranteeing our safety in the long run? Because we all still have to step out of our homes. We have to work and be amongst such men who are there in every walks of life. For example, I work in a night shift. I drive back alone from my office to home at 3 a.m. in the night. Though Mumbai is a pretty safe city, but am I fully protected? I may be protected inside my office premises, but am I protected once I step out of office? So we need to collectively pressurize the government for a solution and not just protest. So, yeah, like I was saying, that we cannot stop stepping out of our houses, and at the same time, there will be no end to these cover ups that keep on happening. It has happened earlier and it's still happening, considering the extremely biblical justice system that we have in our country. So, what I feel, and if you all are there with me on this, the only solution that I feel over here is when our police force of the country take the matter in their hands, irrespective of what the government or the court is passing their orders on. So once our police force, they become brave enough all across the country to take the matters in their hand, irrespective of what judgment is being passed, what the proofs say, what the evidences say, I think that's when the women of the country will find themselves in a safe spot. So my question to the police force over here is that, irrespective of what the ministers say, of what the Supreme Court says, the High Court says, the entire justice system, are you all ready to stand by us, the women of India? So, do you, the police force of India, of the entire country, do you have the courage within you to knock down such individuals through an encounter and stand by the women of the country? Do you have the courage to do that without waiting for what the ministers and the government come and tell you? And it's not something that's not doable, because Priyanka Reddy got her justice, and thanks to cops like Ex Commissioner Sajjanar sir, I got the privilege of working with him and knowing him in person when I was in Hyderabad, and I hold an extreme there's an extreme a different level of respect that I have for him. So thanks to cops like Sajjanar sir and his entire team who provided Priyanka Reddy justice with the help of the encounter. So my question here to Mr. Vineet Kumar Goyal sir is that, can you take the matter in your hands, not worrying about what Mamata Banerjee says or not worrying about what the central says? It's not something that has not happened before in the country. It did happen in Hyderabad with Priyanka Reddy's case. So my question is to the entire police force of India, So, yes, the question and the message to the entire police force of India is when you wear your uniform every day in the morning, you take an oath, you probably promise something to yourself. So, can you live up to that promise? I'm sure all of you do, but this time, can you do that by going against all these cover ups and just promise yourself to be with any woman in the country who faces this, and to have the courage to take the matter in your hands and take a direct action instead of waiting for the government. And you know what that action is that I'm talking about. And folks, my followers, my friends, my well-wishers, whoever is watching this video, if you resonate with this thought process that I'm just talking about, please feel free to share this message as much as you can. It's not just about the protest, guys. We are protesting today. We'll protest for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. Will that family, will that girl get justice? No. The justice will only be served once these criminals, these culprits take their last breath. And for that, when we all know the truth, you don't need evidences. And anyone who can take an action of the encounter is the police. It has happened earlier, it can happen again. Let justice prevail. Thank you.